Hello and welcome to the second episode of Check Out My Ass. I realised last week that I didn't really give an introduction to me or to VISTY, and as it's a new channel, I figured I best start with that. So to introduce myself, my name is Ronan Lundy. I'm the founder of VISTY. I've worked in ad tech for the last 13 years, working with everything from mid-market all the way up to some of the largest brands in the world. And after that, I realised there was a gap in the market. From working with some of those big brands, I realized that if you're a massive enterprise-sized brand, you get all of the best toys available, all the best inventory, everything. If you're a mid-market brand or anybody else, you get a much more inferior product when it came to the open web. And that's what led me to launching VISTY. So, what is VISTY? VISTY is a premium advertising solution for brands. We're attempting to build a new category in media that we're calling attention as a service. Why are we calling it attention as a service? Because we offer guaranteed completed video views on high attention media. So that's publishers such as GQ and Vogue for direct-to-consumer brands. Or if you're a B2B brand, it's the likes of Forbes, Business Insider and TechCrunch. The type of media and the type of solutions that have been proven to generate audience attention. And why am I doing this? Because I believe every advertiser of all sizes should get the same access to premium inventory that the biggest brands in the world get. So, what is Check Out My Ass? Check Out My Ass is a weekly series where I'll go behind the scenes of everything involved with building VISTY, and eventually we'll develop this into a channel where I get to share my insights and knowledge around programmatic advertising and how you can go about setting up your campaigns for success. We focus everything at VISTY around capturing audience attention. And that's why we're launching this as a new media category called Attention as a Service. Hence why we call the show Check Out My Ass. So, what's been going on for us here at VISTY over the last week? Well, we had one of our biggest revenue weeks since we started back in January, which is a massive achievement for us here. But with that also brought some new challenges. That new revenue has opened up new channels for us here. So, as I've mentioned before, we initially started focusing on online video. But now we're also looking at connected TV and display. And there are two new channels that I launched last week. So to give you a bit of an idea of how I go about launching a new channel, the first thing I like to do is lay the foundation. So if we take what I did with online video, I built out the networks that I wanted to work across. So those networks involved building out the type of publishers that I wanted our advertisers to be seen on. Next up, we then start testing it. So typically I've tested using VISTY's own creative to ensure that we can deliver exactly the type of impressions, the type of ads, and the type of units that I've said that we can deliver for our clients. And we've done the exact same thing when it came to connected TV and to display. With display, it was a little bit easier because we're using the exact same premium networks that we have in place for video across multiple different markets. When it came to connected TV, that's a little bit different though. Connected TV, for anybody not familiar, that's basically a smart TV that sits in your home. That's a massive opportunity for brands. It's a full lean back experience for viewers, sound on, biggest screen in the home. So it really allows you to get your brand message told in a similar way to traditional TV advertising. With that though, there's massive challenges with that as a channel. Connected TV is one of those channels where you really need to know what inventory you're really buying. In a lot of cases, a lot of inventory gets sold on very low impact formats. They may not even actually show up on a smart TV. It could end up on a tablet device and the likes of these. So that's one of the big things that I had to make sure we could solve for our clients when it came to connected TV. With that, we're focusing initially with Ireland and focusing all of our efforts on guaranteeing that we serve our ads all on smart TVs only. That might sound like a small task, it might sound like a logical approach when it comes to connected TV, but typically that's not very easy to guarantee. And if you're already advertising in those channels, I can almost tell you with complete certainty, if you start looking at your delivery reports, you'll start finding impressions and budget being delivered in devices that are not smart TVs. That's not the purpose of connected TV. So that's one of the biggest things that I've been solving over the last week. So we got that sorted out. And as of today, or yesterday, Monday, should I say, we went live with our first connected TV campaign here in Ireland. So a bit of a nervous moment as we launched those 2 new channels at the same time. So a lot of work going into keeping an eye on things, making sure we're delivering what our clients are expecting, making sure that we're getting access to the inventory that we need to be there with, and getting them the budget delivered against their goals. I've also mentioned in the past on my posts on LinkedIn where I do a weekly update there for the last 8 months. One of the biggest challenges that I've had, and probably most founders have, is getting meetings with new customers in the calendars. I've tried out multiple different channels, different tools, different tactics over the last 8 months, and it's a really difficult area to solve for. I'm putting out content across multiple different channels as well to really try and help build out my name, build out the brand name for VISTY in the hopes that that'll start generating some inbound leads. But most of my efforts at the moment are focused entirely on outbound leads. And with that, one tool I've been working on over the last kind of 2 to 3 weeks now has been a new tool that's really helped me with LinkedIn outreach. It's an area where I've kind of struggled in terms of what is the best approach to connecting with people on LinkedIn and trying to get a meeting with them. The tool itself automates quite a lot of it. I know most people, you don't want to get into automation, but I've tried out a lot of tools and I've looked at multiple different tools as well. And this particular one has been really solid in terms of its approach and automating the right people to reach out to. And that's based on the list that I've built within Sales Navigator. So I know exactly who I want to target and who I want to connect with. And it fully automates everything from there in terms of connection requests, viewing their profile, liking posts on their account, and then sending them the initial direct messages. And what I've seen is a pretty solid response rate. That's been a very positive reply in terms of the responses I'm getting as well, which is great to see. And that's actually started securing a couple of meetings for me each week and starting to build some pipeline of people who've shown some interest and want me to connect with them over the next month as well. I'm not going to name the tool right now, but it's something as it develops in terms of how I continue working with it. If it's something I feel could be valuable for other people watching this, I'll definitely share that tool with you. Or if you like, connect with me on LinkedIn. My profile is in the VISTY account here. So connect with me on LinkedIn, send me a message, and I'll be happy to share that with you. Okay, what else have we been working on? So blogs has been a massive area that I've been focusing on as well over these last 2 to 3 months, particularly when it comes to the whole area of getting cited in LLMs. What I've been doing is working on publishing different posts on nearly a weekly to bi-weekly basis. So last week we posted a new blog on the VISTY.io website, and this is really looking at comparing YouTube with premium online video for B2B brands. What happens with a lot of the VISTY activity that we do is I don't sell this to our clients as something to replace the major channels that are out there. The likes of your Google, your LinkedIn, your Meta. They're all channels that every advertiser should be using and should be on. However, VISTY can bring a new dimension to that and really complement the work that it does. The blog itself will go into a little bit more information about how I see YouTube being a great channel for getting a lot of reach and getting your brand in front of as many people as possible in a really efficient way. But then you can complement that by using VISTY to target people on premium publishers, getting in front of incremental high net worth audiences. And that's something that we do here at VISTY every day. Finally, in terms of revenue, so like I said at the beginning, we had one of our biggest months, if not the biggest month that we've had since I started VISTY. Over the last week, we've signed up the best part of $35,000, which is absolutely amazing. The goal for me coming into Q3 has been to get to a monthly rate of around $20,000. And this puts us well on track in terms of August and September to get there. And once we achieve that, then we're coming into obviously a very busy Q4. Where I really want to get to by the end of the year is getting to a monthly run rate of about $40,000. And that really allows me then to validate that A, VISTY is a solution that people want and are willing to pay for. And B, allows me then to be able to push, I suppose, more investment into additional channels for me to be able to promote VISTY, and then also looking at potentially getting people on board who can help me with selling VISTY to more people. So lots of exciting things to come up. Thanks for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed the second episode of Check Out My Ass, and we'll see you again next week.